Welcome to River City Live and happy Monday. We hope that you had a great weekend and we're excited to start the work week. We have an awesome show today. We're going to check in with Rance in a little bit. He has more on Jack's Best winners. This time around, the best animal encounter. And when it comes to Jacksonville, there's a lot of great places out there.
There are a lot of places to see animals, and one place is actually in your own home if you've been experiencing the creepy crawlers coming in to see you when it rains out or when it's too hot and they're seeking shade. Well, then you're not alone. In fact, up on our Facebook page, we asked you to share some photos. Maybe you've done that. Stick around. You might see your picture here on River City Live. If not, get on over to Facebook right now. We want to know who is slithering up to your doorstep to escape the climate.
And speaking of slither, I had the chance to go out to the zoo and learn about snakes, mostly the ones that are right here in the area. And most of them are friendly, but there are some you have to watch out for. So all that coming up in just a bit. Right now it's time for the River City Current, and let's start out by talking about shopping. Now, last week we were talking about school supplies, how this year they will be at an all-time high. And maybe people are doing some shopping right now, and you might have noticed that Halloween decor kind of snuck in onto the shelves, especially in Target. And you could buy a lot online, but there are some things available already in some of the stores.
I love the Halloween decor that Target has now. And I also love this. We're looking at costumes right now, but Target is getting ready to roll out these family costumes. They have Halloween merch. It's just it's nice to start looking forward to something. We don't know how Halloween's going to play out yet, but at least you can get some good photos.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's why I think they came up with this, because even if you can't go out to go trick-or-treating, which sounds so sad, well, maybe with your family you could celebrate. And these start at about $20 per costume, and then they go up from there. But even in some of these, they even get the family pets in with costumes as well. So again, it's just something to kind of celebrate and get back to normal however we can. I like to do these countdowns of how far Halloween's. I know, it's kind of like my thing. So Halloween is 96 days away, which is right around the corner. Thanksgiving is 122, and Christmas is 151 days away. So start shopping now.
I'm ready for that weather, though, that Halloween weather.
I love that.
I feel like it has been hot for so long.
Yeah, we definitely need a break from it.
I am ready to take a break from that. I do love those family costumes because it does take a little bit of, I don't know if you've ever done this where you think you found the perfect family costume and then one member of the family, they don't have their size, or then you have to kind of go back to ground zero. So
yeah, or yeah, it's a wild like goose chase to find the size, you know, so there's always something with that. What we always love to do is even after Halloween, we buy costumes then, because obviously it's like 75% off, and then you could just have them for the following year, or the kids like to dress up all year round.
My son used to change clothes from the costume trunk for whatever was on TV. I'd say when he was like 2.5, 3 years old, he'd go back in, you know, the Power Rangers was on, he has to be a Power Ranger. He's watching something about baseball, he has to wear baseball. So those costume trunks come in really handy, especially at these times where we're all buying toys, because it's important to create that need for changing your outfit, for costume changes regularly early on.
Absolutely. Speaking of shopping, this is interesting. So there's a study out there that 80% of all couples, they lie a little bit about their purchases when it comes to the exact cost.
What was the percentage?
80%.
80%.
So basically everyone.
So the majority.
The other 20% are lying about that.
You know, it's funny because I saw this too. And what I loved was that the reason given by spouses for lying to their partner was because they said they don't need to know. To me, the fact that you lied meant they really need to know. You know, it's not, if you don't need to know, you don't have to say anything. But if you have to kind of fib and fudge and like it was on sale,
yeah,
buy a coupon, or
I think I always round down whatever it is to the nearest 100. But then the other thing, if I mention something, oh yeah, this would be good to have, that is my sign of saying I'm buying it. And when it shows up in 24 hours, it's funny because my wife is like, you bought it? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, that's my thing. When I say we probably need this, I just go out and do it.
We're going to get it.
Yeah, exactly.
So just this past weekend, my husband and I, we were really needing these room dividers, like, because we've got the treadmill in the living room. We're like, you know what, we really need to close it off. So he found one he thought would work, and I looked at it and I was like, what about this one? And he said, okay, get it. And I texted back, okay, I'll get it. Guess how many room dividers will be delivered to our house this week?
How many?
And they don't take returns. We both ordered it. I have the text that says, go ahead and get it. And my response, okay, I'll get it.
You could actually get 2 more and you'll have a little cube. It'll be
know.
totally private.
So
It's like a whole extra bedroom now to your house.
Yeah, I mentioned it. I actually emailed the company because it turns out it's coming from overseas. And I said, you'll take it back, right? And they said, maybe you could give it as a gift. Who gives a room divider as a gift?
We should put one right between you and I while we're talking. So we'll have to look at each other in the monitor. We should do that
That's
for
right.
one of our shows.
Let's do that. Then I can write it off.
Yeah, but a lot has changed, obviously with people right now, like you're doing more workout stuff at
Right.
home and people are doing different things just to pass time. And one of them is searching for videos on how to do things. And we came up with a list here. These were the top 50, and we don't have to go through all 50, but it's really funny because you could see different trends and where people's mindsets are with these. Like one of the top ones up there is how to lose weight fast. And for many people who've been quarantined, it's easy to load up on the snacks. So that was
Sure.
one of the videos, like how to do that.
For sure. Other things that people wanted to know was like how to bake cookies, how to get stains out of clothing. These are all really great things. For me, I have actually fixed the screen on my computer. I ordered a new screen for my laptop. It wasn't my newer laptop, but I had an old one I wanted to fix. And I was able to follow YouTube instructions and do this.
Yeah, this is just a question like for you.
myself.
Okay, if we weren't under social distancing and you didn't have, let's say, the time, would you just bring it in? Because I feel like now people are doing more things at home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then people are figuring out like, wow, I could do this stuff. I know with a lot of people out there that color their hair, they're like, oh, I'll just try it at home and see. And then if they do it and they like what they're doing, you never know in the future if they're not going to do it anymore, or like
to know.
nails or other things, or even just like, DIY projects around the house. Maybe before you might have hired somebody and now people are going to videos and figuring out how to do it.
Although I will say this, for me, when I'm watching a video, a lot of times I will think like, can you just write out the steps? Because I keep having to go back because I need to hear it again and again
Right.
and again. And it's just sometimes it goes by too fast for me. I'm like, can you just write that out for me, please?
Well, that's what's nice about a video, though. You just put it back.
I know.
It's got to render and pause, and you got to make sure at the right place. But that's so nice.
How did you do that again? Wait a minute, slow down. I'm yelling at it. Slow down.
But it is amazing. And there's even
Yeah.
things on here like how to fix your washing machine, how to bake a cake. I know that, here on the show, we've turned to so many different craft ideas on the show and how to do them. And there's a lot of good information out there that will walk you through. And, by the time you're done, you're in great shape.
It is. It's good stuff. You know who else has some good stuff for us? I would go ahead and say it's